box at White Hart Lane was John Motson.
Jacques Santini was the 13th manager Tottenham have had since Bill Nicholson resigned 30 years ago, and the ground will be packed again by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning when a memorial service will be held for Spurs' greatest ever manager. In the meantime, amid all this drama, there's a football match to be played. The Spurs team selected today by Martin Jol, the coach, who now takes over at least temporarily. He played for West Brom some years ago, but he has Jamie Redknapp back from suspension, and with Sean Davis now a long-term injury victim, Michael Carrick still can't get into the starting lineup. Keane begins on the left with Defoe and Canute up front. Danny Murphy is restored to the Charlton starting 11 as part of a five-man midfield. He's expected to get forward and support lone striker Sean Bartlett, and the former Tottenham men Luke Young and Chris Perry line up in defence. It's a new yellow ball in the Premiership as from today, and referee Neil Barry starts a match which won't faze Charlton too much if you believe the form book. They've not been beaten in the Premiership at White Hart Lane in 5 visits, and Spurs have only won 1 of their last 17 London derbies, although that was away to Charlton. Here's Nabet. And the header there by Kishishev in midfield. Charlton playing with just Bartlett here up front, but early on he got ahead of Pamereau. This is Jerome Thomas, who's playing wide on the left, number 14. Well, if they do start making a short list of possible future managers here, Alan Kirbishley has been mentioned in dispatches before. That's Freddie Canute finding Redknapp, now Mendes, over to Pamereau. Defoe's on that side as well for Spurs. Here he is. Not very popular at Charlton, Defoe, because he was once their player before West Ham got hold of him. You may hear a few boos from the Charlton fans on that account. And that's a foul anyway on him, and Kishishev gets on the wrong side of Mr. Barry early on. That's forward by Mendes, and it's Defoe. Kind of ball he tends to want. Oh, he's got past El Kakuri. Jermaine Defoe with the cross, but he hasn't picked out Robbie Keane. Opportunity beckoned there for Tottenham, really. He got away from El Kakuri and then looked up. I think Keane was the player coming in from the far post. Well, he was, but he was inside the ball. This is Matt Holland. Thomas again. Now Bartlett near post, and Charlton take the lead, and Sean Bartlett gets the touch, and Charlton continue this encouraging form at White Hart Lane. They seem to do so well on this ground, and they've started as though they mean business again here today. Thomas on the left has been a real problem early on for Spurs. It's a floated ball, and Bartlett just turns that first time past Robinson. It's 1-0 Charlton after 16 minutes. So this turbulent weekend for Tottenham gets rather worse. Here's Redknapp. He only required the touch. This is Keane. King, just wide. Well, that was Tottenham's best effort of the half, really, after 34 minutes. Robbie Keane can be relied upon to engineer something, and Ledley King got a touch on that, but it floated pretty harmlessly wide of Dean Kiley's post. Worrying times. This is Mendes. Luke Young with the cross. Oh, he had so much room! It's Bartlett again, and Spurs are 2 down. Where was the marking there on Sean Bartlett? A former Tottenham man makes the goal, and Bartlett gets his second of the afternoon. Well, they seem to stand still there. It was Young's cross, it beat Naibet, and Bartlett came in with no cover behind the centre-back, and he heads that back where it came from, wide of Robinson, and Charlton are 2-0 up after 38 minutes. 2 for Sean Bartlett, who hadn't scored previously this season. Well, just coming up to the half-time whistle, Spurs may be managerless. In that first half, they were rudderless, and they're not getting a very good reception as they go off. It's 2-0 to Charlton. Sean Bartlett has scored them both. Charlton won here 1-0 last season. Goal scored by the then on loan Carlton Cole. Spurs won 4-2 at the Valley. Today it's 2-0 to Charlton. Little shove there by Canute. And back in the director's box, Alan Kirbishley takes his seat next to Keith Peacock. The Charlton strikers would appreciate a slightly earlier ball here, but never mind. Here's Thomas. Oh, he's got it back from Bartlett, and Thomas has scored. May have taken a deflection off Ledley King, but it certainly beat Robinson, and it's 3-0 Charlton. They passed the ball around for fun for a while there without getting it forward, but when they did, Jerome Thomas, who's had a fine game today here, takes on Pamereau, gets it back from Bartlett. And Ledley King, yes, it was his deflection that really fooled Robinson, but I'm sure Thomas will want to claim that as his first Charlton goal. It's 3-0 and is less than 5 minutes gone in the second half. And Spurs looking woebegone at the moment. This is Mendes. And now Canute. That's better, he's hit the post. That's much better from Tottenham. And Freddie Canute was unlucky. Here's Ziegler. Goal kick. The nearest Tottenham have come to a goal, and the nearest that Canute has come to one in the Premiership for many months. It's got bend on it, that. It beats Kiley without question, down to his right, and hits the post. Well, Michael Carrick, who came from West Ham, has had, to say the least, a stop-start career so far at Tottenham, if you can call it a career. He's yet to start a game, and he's only made brief appearances as substitute. Now he's on for Jamie Redknapp. And the Tottenham supporters give him a big welcome, hoping that he can create something from midfield as he would have done in his West Ham days. Bartlett up with Naibet. So we've got 2 new players on in the Tottenham midfield now, Ziegler and Carrick. And here's Mendes, who's still there. Keane, so is he. And immediately Carrick gets on the ball and something looks like happening. It's Defoe. It's Jermaine Defoe. And Carrick, the first time he got the ball, suddenly there was a spark in the Tottenham midfield, a bit of creativity. And they'll be all the better for that. As he plays Defoe in here, he might have actually got it back, Carrick, but Defoe, I think, did the right thing. Just couldn't quite keep the shot down. Well, there's the former chairman and still a major shareholder here, Alan Sugar. Ledley King's up there with Kylie. That's loose. It's still loose. King who had the shot, and then Ziegler, and there was it. Oh no, the whistle's gone. It's a handball. It's a penalty, and it's the straight red for Sean Bartlett. He's gone. It's Bartlett who was back there, the goal scorer in the first half. The goalkeeper doesn't claim this properly. It's Ledley King first of all, then Ziegler, and it's handball before it even gets as far as Defoe. And Robbie Keane here from the penalty spot with a chance to put Tottenham back in the game. Scores! And suddenly it's all changed for Tottenham. Deliberate handball by Sean Bartlett reduces Charlton to 10 men. He was shown the red card, and Robbie Keane brings it back to 3-1 from the penalty spot.
First goal for Spurs scored after 68 minutes from number 10, Robbie Keane.
Well, Charlton are going to have to reorganise now. They're a man short, and for Keane, it's an opportunity perhaps to lay the platform for Tottenham to stage a recovery. That's Canute. Keane! Oh, that was going in! What a great block. Chris Perry, I think. This is Carrick. Bunchevchevich to Ziegler. They're appealing for another penalty here. Oh, and it's back in again by Mendes. Oh, and it was a header by Canute. But earlier in that attack, a great block by Chris Perry. Because I think that would have been 3-2 if he hadn't got in the way. Well, a one-sided first half, a very exciting second half at White Hart Lane. Carrick. Keane. In it goes to Canute. And it's Keane again, a Charlton mistake. And Keane to Defoe! Yes! It's 3-2 now! Spurs are alive and kicking. Jermaine Defoe. Martin Jol's team suddenly see daylight. And Charlton with their own worst enemies. A mistake by Holland. In goes Keane. Oh, he waited and waved that pass in Defoe's direction. And what a beautifully weighted ball it is too. Defoe only has to turn on this and smash it. And smash it he did. And it's 3-2 now. Matt Holland, unusually for him, seemed to lose the plot there. Keane it is who takes advantage, slides it into Defoe, first time and whack. Don't we just love football? Spurs look like a team reborn at the moment. Ziegler, Defoe, oh, there's a flag up, handball Defoe. Chance here for Ewell, he's onside. Goalkeeper's coming, Jason Ewell, is it going in? No, it's not. It's going wide. They're appealing for offside, Tottenham, but he was waved on by the assistant referee. And that could have been 4-2 and all over. Jason Ewell, well, he looked near to being off. And as he took it on, Robinson came out, did enough, I think, to force Ewell to prod it wide of the far post. We're now into the 3 minutes of overtime here at White Hart Lane. Long one from Robinson, up goes Canute. Oh, it just needed a touch from Jermaine Defoe. It's a goal kick. Charlton are protesting to the referee about something here. I don't quite know whether he's going to get his card out again. Matt Holland, the captain, is coming across. It's going to be a yellow card for Luke Young for dissent. Well, that was really close again back there. It's come out to Carrick. Now Canute. And it's in by Mendes. It's Defoe! Oh, how close can you be? El Kakuri fell in front of him. It's a great block by the Moroccan. And it's a corner to Spurs, and Robinson, the goalkeeper, is up. This must be the last knockings. Ziegler to take the corner, and everybody's up there. And in they go, and the whistle says a foul. Robinson himself nearly made contact with that. He has scored a goal in the past, actually, for Leeds United, but not quite like that. Well, a breathtaking second half, but it's 3 points for Alan Kirbishley and Charlton Athletic. That shouldn't be overlooked. This game wasn't just about one club. But having said that, Tottenham, who were, I'm sure by their own admission, pretty dreadful till they went 3 down, suddenly got inspiration. I think the substitutions of Carrick and Ziegler brought the best out of other players, including Robbie Keane. But Spurs couldn't quite do enough to save a point on the day. But the final score here, after a gripping second half in the London derby, is Tottenham Hotspur 2, Charlton Athletic with 10 men at the end, 3.
We was hanging on at the end, you know. Terrific performance up until we got to 3-0, and you know, the penalty and the sending off and the goal scored changed the whole complexion of it. And the Spurs fans got right behind their team, and they bombarded us with long balls in the box, and we had it all to do to hold out. But I think, you know, obviously we're pleased we had, but I think we deserved that victory.
After 5 minutes we had the 3-0, but it was a killer. The moment was totally wrong. But after that we proved that we had some character and that we had some good players on the bench as well. And it could have been easily a draw.
2 well-taken goals for Sean Bartlett.
Well, yeah, we've just been saying he probably sums up what's happening to us at the moment. You know, he was on a high from scoring 2, and then suddenly gets sent off, and he's on a real low at the moment, because it's not only the sending off, but he's obviously going to be banned next week.
Well, it's one of those things. I was trying to hit it, but obviously it was a bit too wide and away from my head, and but the instinct, my hand went up, and I tried to sort of fake it, but the referee saw that, and it was definitely a red card.
Jacques Santini controversially left yesterday. It's a job you've been linked with in the past.
Well, you know, when I heard that last night, you know, I just sums football up, I think, at the moment. You know, so many people coming and going, and changes all over the place. But no, I'm quite happy here. I've got a bit of a job on. I got told that last Saturday by a fan, so you know, we've got to win some more games.
Do you want the job on a permanent basis?
I'm working for Tottenham Hotspur. I enjoy it. I work together. I enjoyed it to work with Jacques and with Dominique and with Chris Hughton. And of course, it's a terrific job, and I think everybody wants a job like that.
That's a yes, then?
Yeah.
It's a yes from him, and I'm not sure that Kirbishley categorically ruled himself out either. But undisputably, the most attractive game at White Hart Lane this season, and quite a comeback by Spurs.
Some say that might not be too difficult. Lack of goals, certainly. But no, it was a very, very good game. Cracking second half in terms of entertainment. I thought Charlton played extremely well for 15 minutes. And I think going into the game, Alan Kirbishley, to your mind, is thinking, well, is this a good day for us to play Tottenham because of Santini, or is it a bad day? Well, the 5-man midfield, which was Charlton in the first half, made it a very, very good day. And they were in complete control of this game.
Cruising, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely cruising. This is a second goal, Gary. This is just an outstanding goal. Great build-up. First time passing, ball comes back into Luke Young. Great cross as well, that is. Just please head me into the back of the net, written on it. And this was the end. We joined this about 10 passes into it. Tottenham had gone. Tottenham had absolutely gone at this stage, just some 4 or 5 minutes into the second half. Keep the ball, Charlton. No great pressure on the man on the ball. You know, give it, knock it back. I think Murphy knocks it against a Tottenham man and still has time to jog away, pick it up. No great urgency from Tottenham. Charlton still got the ball. Somebody turn, have a run. They get a little bit lucky here. So the third goal, this is the third goal, so you think, End of story. Absolutely. In terms of the game, end of story. And then...
What do you think? Do you think, I mean, Motti thought it was the substitutions. Would you concur with that? Yeah.
He's right. I mean, Ziegler came on at half-time for Simon Davis and then they lost another goal to make it 3. Played on the left. But the key was Carrick. Carrick came on for Tottenham. All of a sudden, started producing the passes, started going past people from midfield, and then got a little bit of a break here with the penalty. I think Ziegler has a last touch, and Sean Bartlett, as he just said, he faked it. He definitely caught it with his hand. And then he got a little bit lucky here. Matt Holland played a poor ball in. Robbie Keane into Defoe. This is just a great finish. Top class finish. This is one touch back of the net.
He could have pinched another as well, couldn't he?
And I tell you what, another 10 or 15 minutes, and it could have ended 3-3. And the other key for Tottenham getting back in the game was Robbie Keane playing through the middle. He played on the left-hand side of midfield in the first half. He was a man lost at sea. And all of a sudden he played up with Canuti, and Defoe looked a different team.
Lovely. Next manager, do you think it would be Martin Jol?
I think we just interviewed him.
Yeah.
Because
Alan Kirbishley
or David Johnson. I think that the thing with him was he was appointed with Frank Arneson anyway.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me think now Tottenham are going to go elsewhere. Well, so does that mean they're going to replace Martin Jol and Frank Arneson? I can't see
They've got themselves in a mess, basically.
The director of football thing.
They're obsessed with the director of football. First of all, the most important aspect in a dressing room is communication between the manager and the players. Secondly, Tottenham have got a special way of playing in as much as like they want pretty attractive football. George Graham tried to get them a base. Santini tried to get them a base. The Tottenham supporters won't like that. But of all the managers that are linked, or some of the managers that are linked with this job, they won't want a director of football. The manager must pick the director of football, not the other way about.
And then the manager goes, the director of football goes, and
well, exactly.
Never ending,
I mean,
isn't it?
But what happened was that obviously Hoddle and Pleat didn't work. Why did they go for another director of football? Absolutely crazy.
Trendy.
Crazy,
Tottenham,
crazy but trendy. Yeah,
Tottenham,
it could only happen in White Hart Lane. That's why they bought you.
Absolutely. Move on.
Shut up. Now.